All right, boys and girls, we got NFL Week 9 coming off a 3-2 week in Week 8 in the CIRCA $1 million contest. Our record is currently 21-18-1 through the first 8 weeks. So we want to end off the first half of the season of Week 9 really well. Ideally, if we can get at least a 4-1 week, that would be great. That would put us at 25.5 points. Going into the second half of the season, as stated, our goal is to get around 60, 61 points. I think that will do it for the win. So, we want to, end the first half off well on a 4-1 week. And then we got to make a run in the second half. That's it. It's what it goes down to. So, let's get right into it, boys and girls. Game 1, we got the New Orleans Saints versus the Panthers. The Saints are actually a 7-point favorite here. New Orleans is a complete mess. A lot of injuries. Carr is actually supposed to return here, but they got a lot of injuries as well. This team is just a big mess. Panthers 1-7. Bryce Young is inserted back as the starting QB. They're at home. I like them to play well and keep this competitive here, and so I'm taking the Panthers +7. Game 2, we got the Denver Broncos versus the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens 9-point favorites. Broncos 5-3. They've been playing well after, kind of a rough start at the beginning of the season. Won 5 of their last 6. I'm still not buying them at all. And the Ravens are also 5-3. They're coming off a loss to the Browns. But they're at home. I like them to win easily. I don't put too much value on the Broncos. And I'm taking the Ravens -9. All right, game 3. We got the Washington Commanders versus the New York Giants. Commanders are a 3.5-point favorite. Commanders 6-2, coming off a 18-15 win versus the Bears on a Hail Mary touchdown. They've been winning. They've had some impressive wins. They continue to win, but I'm still not sold on them. The Giants 2-6. They actually played pretty good at Pittsburgh last week. I think they're actually playing better than their record shows, and they're at home +3.5. I think it's going to be a close game. They might even win this game. I wouldn't be surprised in a divisional game. So I'm taking the Giants +3.5. All right, game 4. We got the Detroit Lions versus the Green Bay Packers. Lions 3-point favorites. They are 6-1. They're coming off a spanking versus Tennessee, 52-14. And then we got the Packers, who are 6-2. They're coming off a win versus the Jaguars. Jordan Love is questionable. I actually expect him to play. They're at home here, but I just like the Lions. They're just a much better team. Night and day here. Their offense is night and day, and I think they win easily here. This is just a really easy pick for me. I'm taking the Lions -3. All right, 5th game on the docket. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Kansas City Chiefs. The Buccaneers 4-4. They're coming off a loss to Atlanta 31-26. And the Chiefs 7-0. They're coming off a win versus the Raiders. Here's my thoughts on the Chiefs. Is they actually looked much better last week against the Raiders. And the Raiders still could have won, but they looked much better. I think DeAndre Hopkins makes a big difference. But I still think he's a legit wide receiver in this league. And you got Patrick Mahomes. You just give him another weapon like that. They're at home here. They've had a lot of doozy games recently, but I like them to actually have a really good game here. I think Hopkins, has a better game than he did last week. I think Bucks, they have a lot of injuries. Godwin's out. They're on the road here. And so I'm actually going to roll the Chiefs first time this season on the spread. And I'm taking the Chiefs -8.5. So it should be a good slate of games this week for football to watch. And, once again, we want to get, always the goal is to get at least 3-2. And then we need those 4-1 and 5-0 weeks to actually have a chance to win this. Maybe we can place, but the goal is to win it. So that's going to take 60 points. We did start off a little bit rough in the season, which honestly always happens. But, we're 13-7 over the last 4 weeks. And so want to get another good week and, go into the second half, with a legit chance of actually winning this. All right, good luck, boys and girls. See you guys next week for week 10.